Have you ever found yourself battling a stubborn cough late at night, or dealing with irritating skin issues, wondering if there's a simple solution hiding just out of sight? What if the answers to some of your most common health annoyances weren't locked away in a pharmacy cabinet, but were perhaps as close as your kitchen pantry, or even generations-old wisdom? In a world where medical jargon can sometimes feel overwhelming, and solutions seem complex and costly, many people feel helpless and hopeless about addressing everyday ailments or preventing chronic conditions. But for millennia, people have looked to food and simple household items for their healing properties. Even ancient figures like the Greek physician Hippocrates, often called the father of medicine, famously advised, "Let food be your medicine." Interestingly, what people once dismissed as old wives' tales are now gaining traction in the scientific community. Researchers are starting to find solid evidence supporting the health benefits of certain foods and traditional practices. This audio presentation draws on insights from The People's Pharmacy Quick and Handy Home Remedies by Joe and Terry Graedon. Joe Graedon, with a background in pharmacology, and Terry Graedon have spent years exploring the world of prescription drugs, over-the-counter medications, home remedies, and herbal treatments, sharing this information through their books, newspaper column, radio show, and website. This particular book compiles wisdom contributed by thousands of readers, listeners, and website visitors over decades, alongside relevant scientific information. Important note to listeners: please remember that the information presented here is not a substitute for the medical advice or care of a physician or other healthcare professional. Home remedies are rarely tested scientifically and should not replace proper medical care. Every treatment, including home remedies, has the potential for side effects. If you have health concerns, or if symptoms worsen or don't improve promptly, you must consult a physician. If you suspect an adverse reaction from any remedy, herb, drug, or supplement, seek professional medical help immediately. Narrator. This book is divided into two main parts: looking at home remedies for specific ailments and exploring eating for overall health. Often, these two areas overlap, as many foods can act as Mother Nature's medicine. Let's dive into some of the common ailments and the intriguing remedies shared by the People's Pharmacy community and supported by some research. Home remedies for common ailments. We often reach for creams or washes to tackle skin problems like acne, but sometimes the simplest solutions are found in unexpected places. Acne and rosacea. One unusual suggestion that has surfaced is using milk of magnesia on acne. Readers have reported applying this magnesium hydroxide solution, commonly known as a laxative, to their face with positive results for severe acne or seborrheic dermatitis, a condition related to dandruff. While there isn't a clear scientific explanation why it works for acne, it might be related to its ability to reduce skin acidity, making it less hospitable for odor-forming bacteria in other contexts, like body odor. It's an unproven remedy for acne, but given its low cost, some find it worth considering, keeping in mind the general caveats about trying unstudied remedies. Key takeaways. Milk of magnesia is a laxative used by some readers on skin. Reported helpful for acne and seborrheic dermatitis. Mechanism for skin is unknown, but might relate to reducing acidity. It's an unproven home remedy. Requires caution like any remedy. Consult a doctor for persistent issues. From skin issues, let's move to those seasonal sniffles and sneezes. Allergies. For many, allergy season brings significant misery. Some readers have reported surprising relief from allergies after making dietary changes. One caller on the radio show and another reader shared that their allergy symptoms disappeared after adopting a gluten-free diet. One of these individuals, who also suffered from lupus, saw both her allergies and lupus symptoms improve after 2 years on this diet, allowing her to eliminate prescription medications. Another natural remedy mentioned for allergy relief is stinging nettle. While nettle root extract is known for treating enlarged prostate symptoms, research suggests that the above-ground parts of the plant can be useful for allergy symptoms. Key takeaways. Allergies can cause significant discomfort and fatigue. Some readers reported allergy symptoms disappearing on a gluten-free diet. Stinging nettle, above-ground parts, is traditionally used for allergy symptoms. Nettle root extract has different uses. Prostate health. Sometimes simple dietary adjustments can have a big impact, as seen with another common issue, anemia. For vegetarians, or those prone to low iron, Finding good dietary sources can be a challenge. One reader recommended blackstrap molasses in hot water as an iron-rich drink. They noted that drinking tea, even herbal or decaf, can interfere with iron absorption due to tannins and polyphenols, and stopping tea consumption before donating blood helped maintain iron levels. Coffee and cocoa can also hinder iron absorption for the same reasons. Key takeaways. Blackstrap molasses in hot water is suggested as an iron-rich drink. Tea, coffee, and cocoa contain compounds, tannins, polyphenols, that can hinder iron absorption. Avoiding these drinks around the time of iron intake may be helpful. Now, imagine you're stuck on an airplane and your asthma starts acting up, but your inhaler is out of reach. What do? Asthma. Asthma is a serious condition that always requires medical supervision and a treatment plan. However, in a pinch, like the airplane scenario, a surprising remedy might offer temporary relief. Strong coffee. Physicians have known about the potential benefit of coffee for asthma since at least 1859. Research shows that caffeine, which is related to the old asthma drug theophylline, can help open airways and improve symptoms. The suggested dose is typically 3 cups of strong brewed coffee for an average adult. Decaf won't work, and instant coffee has less caffeine. Green tea can also help, but takes longer. Even Mountain Dew soda has been used by school nurses in emergencies. Crucially, these are only temporary measures and should never replace prescribed asthma medication. Key takeaways. Asthma requires medical supervision. Home remedies are not a substitute for prescribed medication. In an emergency, in a pinch situation, strong coffee, caffeine, may temporarily help open airways. Caffeine is related to the asthma drug theophylline. About 3 cups of strong brewed coffee is suggested for effect. Decaf and instant are less potent. Green tea and Mountain Dew have also been used, temporarily. Moving away from breathing issues, let's talk about aches and pains, specifically back pain and joint discomfort. Back pain and joint pain. Back pain affects almost everyone at some point. While the causes can be complex and treatment controversial, lifestyle changes are often recommended. One reader shared a powerful story about how adopting the Mediterranean diet significantly improved her chronic spinal pain, osteoarthritis, bursitis, and even nerve pain, allowing her to stop taking pain medication. This highlights how diet can impact inflammatory conditions. For joint pain and arthritis, several remedies have been shared. Besides the Mediterranean diet, readers have found relief from tart cherry juice, fish oil, rich in anti-inflammatory omega-3s, and turmeric, which contains curcumin, known to fight inflammation. Perhaps one of the most unusual remedies for joint pain and leg cramps is placing a bar of soap under the bottom sheet near the affected area. While the mechanism is unknown, many readers have reported relief from leg cramps, restless leg syndrome, and even sciatica pain, using this simple, inexpensive, and harmless method. As one reader put it after suffering from restless leg syndrome for decades, trying the soap felt silly, but to their surprise, it worked, providing nights of uninterrupted sleep. Another long-standing remedy for arthritis pain that readers have shared is eating gin-soaked golden raisins. Empty a box of golden raisins into a shallow bowl, cover them with gin, let the gin evaporate for up to a week, and then eat 9 raisins daily. While the reason it works is a mystery, many find it effective. However, be aware that golden raisins contain sulfites, which can cause allergic reactions in some people. Finally, an intriguing but risky historical remedy for pain, including lingering pain after shingles, is apitherapy, or bee sting therapy. Historically used for arthritis, readers have reported relief from chronic pain after accidental bee stings. However, this is only for those absolutely certain they are not allergic to bee stings, as an allergic reaction can be fatal. Key takeaways. The Mediterranean diet may help reduce inflammation and pain for conditions like osteoarthritis and bursitis. Tart cherry juice, fish oil, and turmeric, curcumin, have anti-inflammatory properties helpful for joint pain. Placing a bar of soap under the bottom sheet is an inexplicable but widely reported remedy for leg cramps, RLS, and sciatica. Eating 9 gin-soaked golden raisins daily is a traditional remedy for arthritis, reported effective by many. Caution: sulfites. Bee sting therapy, apitherapy, is an historical and anecdotal remedy for pain, but is dangerous for anyone with a bee sting allergy. Chronic or severe pain requires medical attention. Let's shift gears to those less serious, but often embarrassing, issues. Body odor. Body odor is usually caused by skin bacteria. Beyond standard antiperspirants, readers have found some unique approaches. Applying milk of magnesia to the armpits is reported to be an effective deodorant. Perhaps its magnesium hydroxide content reduces skin acidity, making it less favorable for odor-causing bacteria. For smelly clothes that can't be easily washed, a wardrobe worker shared their trick, spraying undiluted white vinegar or vodka on sweaty areas. Once dry, the smell was gone, a technique they used successfully for 15 years. It's recommended to test this on an inconspicuous area first to avoid staining. Key takeaways. Body odor is often caused by skin bacteria. Applying milk of magnesia to armpits is reported as an effective deodorant. Spraying vinegar or vodka on sweaty clothes is a reported method for odor removal. Test first. Accidents happen, from bug stings to minor burns. Simple household items can sometimes provide first aid. Bug bites and stings. For stings, a paste of baking soda and vinegar has been reported to ease pain. Another effective remedy, shared by readers, is applying a slice of raw onion. One pianist who reacted severely to a wasp sting on the hand found that taping a slice of onion to the sting site significantly reduced swelling and pain within hours. Burns. For minor burns, immediate first aid is crucial, soaking the burn in cold water. After this, if the skin is intact, some unusual remedies have been reported to help ease pain. Readers have shared success with applying soy sauce, which in one case eased pain in less than a minute and prevented soreness and redness. Another reported remedy is applying vanilla extract. Severe burns always require immediate medical attention. Key takeaways. For stings, a baking soda and vinegar paste or applying raw onion are reported remedies. For minor burns, first aid starts with soaking in cold water. Applying soy sauce or vanilla extract are reported to help ease pain from minor burns. Severe burns always require professional medical attention. While cancer treatment is complex, researchers increasingly recognize the important role food plays in prevention and potentially complementing treatment. Cancer. Diet is considered central to an anti-cancer lifestyle by some experts. Avoiding sugar, white flour, and other refined carbohydrates is suggested, as they can stimulate inflammation. A list of foods with potential anti-cancer properties includes garlic, leeks, Brussels sprouts, scallions, cabbage, beets, broccoli, cauliflower, onions, kale, spinach, green tea, pomegranate, turnips, squash, celery, radishes, eggplant, bok choy, and carrots. Additionally, turmeric, the spice giving curry its yellow color, is highlighted for its active ingredient curcumin, which fights inflammation. Research suggests promise for using turmeric to potentially treat cancer, arthritis, and heart failure. Key takeaways. Diet is seen as central to an anti-cancer lifestyle. Avoiding sugar, white flour, and refined carbohydrates is recommended due to potential link to inflammation. Numerous foods are listed as having potential anti-cancer properties. For example, garlic, broccoli, green tea, turmeric, curcumin, fights inflammation, and shows promise in research for treating various conditions, including cancer. Moving from serious illness to small, painful annoyances, like canker sores. Canker sores. Canker sores are painful and can linger for over a week. Readers have suggested various remedies. A slice of banana or drinking buttermilk are simple ideas reported to help. Rinsing the mouth with the juice from canned string beans is another unusual but reported effective remedy that doesn't burn and soothes the sores. A more potent, though unpleasant tasting remedy is applying a paste made from powdered styptic pencil, which contains alum. Alum is traditionally used to control bleeding from small cuts and is also used by home cares. Readers report it helps canker sores heal faster, for both cold sores, fever blisters, and canker sores. Readers have reported that taking the amino acid lysine or drinking buttermilk can help prevent or treat them. While not backed by placebo-controlled trials, these are seen as inexpensive and low-risk approaches. Key takeaways. Canker sores are painful and persistent. Banana slices, buttermilk, and green bean juice rinse are reported remedies. A paste made from powdered styptic pencil, alum, may help speed healing, but tastes bad. Lysine and buttermilk are also reported to help prevent or treat cold sores and canker sores. Few things make you feel more miserable than a cold. Fortunately, your kitchen holds several traditional remedies. Colds. Your grandmother was right. Chicken soup is a classic cold remedy. Dating back centuries, this tradition has some modern scientific backing. The amino acid cysteine in chicken soup may act like a drug that thins mucus. Research also suggests chicken soup may slow down the inflammatory white blood cells that cause cold symptoms. Adding astragalus root, garlic, or hot peppers can potentially boost its immune-enhancing and symptom-relieving properties. Chicken soup with thyme is also reported to ease coughs. Other popular cold remedies include ginger tea, a traditional favorite worldwide, and for adults, a hot toddy made with hot water, lemon juice, sugar, and rum. Emerging evidence suggests that probiotics, like those found in probiotic yogurt, may help prevent colds. And of course, basic hygiene, like washing your hands regularly, is crucial for prevention. Key takeaways. Chicken soup is a traditional cold remedy with some scientific support for thinning mucus and reducing inflammation. Having ingredients like garlic, hot peppers, or thyme can enhance chicken soup's effects. Ginger tea is a popular traditional remedy for cold symptoms, especially coughs. A hot toddy is a traditional adult cold remedy. Probiotics in yogurt may help prevent colds. Basic hygiene like hand washing is essential for preventing illness. Coughs. While serious coughs need medical evaluation, many start with a simple cold. For children older than 1 year, honey has been shown to work better than some drugstore cough medicines with fewer side effects. Never give honey to babies younger than 1 year old due to the risk of botulism. Drinking Concord grape juice regularly has been reported by one couple to prevent the sore throats and hacking coughs they used to get every winter. While the exact mechanism is unknown, purple grape juice has potential health benefits, including boosting the immune system, which might play a role. Thyme tea is another effective cough remedy. Compounds in thyme, like thymol and carvacrol, can calm irritation, loosen mucus, and relax coughing muscles. Steeping dried thyme leaves in hot water makes a simple tea, or you can make a thyme cough syrup with honey and lemon juice. Some find that adding a bouillon cube instead of sugar makes a palatable thyme and ginger broth for cough relief. Ginger itself is also a traditional cough remedy. Chewing raw ginger root pieces and sucking the juice has been reported to quickly eliminate a persistent cough. Perhaps one of the most unusual yet popular remedies is applying Vicks Vapor Rub to the soles of the feet, followed by socks. Many readers report that this stops nighttime coughing, allowing both the cougher and their family to sleep. The menthol in Vicks is thought to be responsible for this effect. Key takeaways. Honey is effective for coughs in children over 1 year old. Never give to infants. Regular Concord grape juice consumption is reported to prevent winter sore throats or coughs for some. Thyme tea, or syrup, is effective for calming coughs and loosening mucus. Ginger is a traditional cough remedy, whether as tea, in broth, or chewed raw. Applying Vicks Vapor Rub to the soles of the feet with socks is a widely reported remedy for nighttime coughs. Let's address common skin annoyances beyond acne, like flaky scalps and itchy feet. Dandruff. Dandruff appears to be partly caused by a fungus, yeast. While antifungal shampoos are common, some readers have found success with household products. Listerine, particularly the original amber formula, is reported to get rid of dandruff in a few days. Its herbal oils, phenyl salicylate, eucalyptal, methyl salicylate, and alcohol content, have antifungal properties. Historically, Listerine was even advertised as a dandruff treatment. Some readers mix it with baby oil. Applying milk of magnesia to the face while showering is also reported to eliminate flakes from seborrheic dermatitis related to dandruff. Dilute vinegar rinses, apple cider or white vinegar and water, after shampooing are another popular and effective remedy, as the acidity makes it difficult for yeast to thrive on the scalp. Key takeaways. Dandruff is partly caused by yeast or fungus. Listerine, especially original amber, is reported effective, likely due to antifungal herbal oils and alcohol. Milk of magnesia applied to the face is reported to help with seborrheic dermatitis flakes. Dilute vinegar rinses are effective against dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis by increasing scalp acidity. Beyond the scalp, fungi can cause problems elsewhere, like nail fungi and stinky feet. Nail fungi. Nail fungus, while usually minor, can be unsightly and hard to treat with expensive prescription drugs that may not work for everyone or have side effects. Home remedies offer an inexpensive alternative. Soaking feet nightly in a solution of 1 part vinegar to 2 parts water is a widely reported remedy. The vinegar's acidity creates an inhospitable environment for fungus. This requires patience, as the nail needs to grow out fungus-free, which can take many months. A mixture of half white vinegar and half listine is also reported to be effective for both toenail fungus and athlete's foot. The combination of vinegar's acidity and listine's antifungal oils and alcohol seems to work well, though it also takes a long time. Other reported remedies include applying tincture of iodine. Though it stains, clear iodine is an alternative. Tea tree oil, sometimes with DMSO to aid absorption, but caution for irritation, and surprisingly, urinating on the feet in the shower, a remedy shared by a 12 War II veteran and others. Other options include hydrogen peroxide and rubbing alcohol. Persistence is key, regardless of the method chosen. Stinky feet and skin fungus. Just like dandruff, stinky feet are often caused by bacteria or yeast. Soaking feet in cold, brewed black tea is a reported remedy, as the tannins in tea have antibacterial properties. Also helpful are simple practices like going barefoot as much as possible to air out the feet, and washing footwear that can be laundered. As mentioned for dandruff, dilute vinegar rinses are also effective for foot odor and athlete's foot, because the acidity discourages yeast. Listerine is also reported to work on stinky feet, due to its antifungal and antibacterial herbal extracts and alcohol. Key takeaways: vinegar soaks or a vinegar and Listerine mix are popular and reported effective home remedies for nail fungus and athlete's foot. They require many months of persistence. Iodine and tea tree oil are other reported remedies for nail fungus. Urinating on the feet in the shower is an unusual but anecdotally effective remedy reported for athlete's foot and nail fungus. For stinky feet, soaking in black tea, airing feet, washing footwear, vinegar and Listerine are reported remedies. Diabetes, particularly type 2, requires careful management, often involving diet, exercise, and sometimes medication. Certain foods and remedies may help support blood sugar control. Type 2 diabetes. Diet and exercise are fundamental for managing type 2 diabetes. Beyond limiting sugar and refined carbohydrates, certain additions to the diet may be beneficial. Research indicates that a small amount of cinnamon, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon, taken before a meal, can reduce the rise in blood sugar afterwards. Some creatively add it to their coffee grounds when brewing. Adding vinegar to high-carbohydrate meals, such as those with white bread or rice, has also been shown to reduce the rise in blood sugar and insulin levels. Studies suggest 2 tablespoons of vinegar before a starchy meal can significantly lower the expected glucose spike. One reader with diabetes and high blood pressure reported that using the stevia-based sweetener Only Sweet helped lower both their blood sugar and blood pressure. Anyone using these remedies for blood sugar control should be under medical supervision, with regular monitoring of blood sugar and liver enzymes. Key takeaways: diet and exercise are key for managing type 2 diabetes. Medical supervision is essential. Eating 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon before a meal may reduce the post-meal blood sugar rise. Adding 2 tablespoons of vinegar to starchy meals can also help reduce blood sugar and insulin spikes. One reader reported that a stevia-based sweetener helped lower their blood sugar and blood pressure. Monitoring is crucial when using remedies to manage blood sugar. Digestive issues like diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, and gas can cause significant discomfort and embarrassment. Diarrhea, IBS, and flatulence, gas. Chronic diarrhea and IBS can be challenging to manage. One reader found significant relief for IBS-related diarrhea using shredded coconut. While effective for them, caution is advised as too much can cause constipation, and it is high in fat and calories. Probiotics, beneficial bacteria often found in yogurt and supplements, are linked to improved digestive health and re-establishing a healthy gut balance. Readers have reported that probiotic yogurt like Activia helped with gas, and that specific probiotic products like Digestive Advantage Irritable Bowel Syndrome were helpful for IBS symptoms, nausea, gastritis, constipation, diarrhea. For flatulence, several remedies have been suggested. The label on Angostura bitters recommends taking 1 to 4 teaspoonfuls after meals. Fennel tea, made by steeping bruised fennel seeds, is another traditional remedy. Identifying and avoiding trigger foods, such as dairy, bagels, or pretzels, can also help. For discreet relief, products containing activated charcoal, such as flatulence filter seat cushions or underwear, are available to trap odors. Key takeaways. Shredded coconut was reported to help one reader with IBS diarrhea. Use cautiously. Probiotics and yogurt and supplements are reported by readers to improve digestive health, including gas and IBS symptoms. Angostura bitters and fennel tea are traditional remedies for flatulence. Identifying and avoiding personal trigger foods is a key strategy for gas relief. Activated charcoal products can help manage odor from flatulence. Headaches and migraines can range from a nuisance to debilitating pain. Headaches and migraines. It's crucial to see a doctor for chronic or severe headaches to rule out serious conditions. Keeping a journal of what you eat and drink can help identify triggers. Interestingly, some people find relief from migraines by eating hot and spicy soup, such as gumbo, which often contains chili peppers. The key ingredient is thought to be capsaicin, the compound that makes peppers hot. One man reported his vision clearing and headache disappearing after sipping spicy gumbo. Key takeaways. Chronic or severe headaches require medical evaluation. Keeping a food and drink journal can help identify headache triggers. Eating hot and spicy soup containing capsaicin has been reported by some to help relieve migraines. Heartburn, the burning sensation when stomach acid backs up into the esophagus, can be very uncomfortable. Heartburn. While it can feel like a heart attack, heartburn is not one, though any chest pain should be evaluated by an ER doctor. Many foods and rapid eating can aggravate it. Chewing sugarless gum for 30 minutes after a meal is a research-backed way to ease symptoms. It stimulates saliva, which helps buffer stomach acid and wash it back down. Readers have also shared unusual remedies. One person found that taking a teaspoon of fennel seeds after each meal eliminated their heartburn, potentially due to fennel's antispasmodic properties. Surprisingly, some readers report that drinking vinegar helps their heartburn, despite seeming counterintuitive. Additionally, a low-carb diet has been reported by readers and in preliminary medical reports to eliminate heartburn and GERD symptoms for some individuals. Avoiding common triggers like chocolate, caffeine, and alcohol can also help. Key takeaways. Heartburn is stomach acid splashing into the esophagus. Chest pain warrants medical checkup. Chewing sugarless gum after meals helps by stimulating acid-buffering saliva. Fennel seeds and vinegar are anecdotally reported to relieve heartburn for some. Adopting a low-carb diet has been reported by some to eliminate heartburn symptoms. Avoiding chocolate, caffeine, and alcohol can help prevent heartburn. Hiccups are a common, often annoying, and sometimes persistent issue. There's no shortage of folk remedies, many quite unusual. Hiccups. The book shares a wide variety of reader-submitted hiccup cures. Eating a few chocolate chips was reported to stop hiccups for one father recovering from surgery. Drinking an ounce or two of dill pickle juice is another popular remedy, possibly due to the salt or vinegar. Caution, high in sodium. An old college trick is to place a paper napkin over a glass of water and sip through it. Physical maneuvers are also common. Pulling straight up on the ears while sipping water, or plugging your ears and pressing on the little flap while drinking water. Eating a couple of green olives is reported to work almost instantly for some. Eating a handful of dry roasted peanuts is another suggested remedy. Other simple approaches include swallowing a spoonful of dry sugar, sucking on a section of lemon, or taking a teaspoon of plain vinegar, white, balsamic, or rice. The reader who found vinegar effective suggested it's the key ingredient in pickle juice and green olives that makes them work. Drinking pineapple juice is also reported by one reader to stop hiccups with just one sip. Key takeaways. Numerous anecdotal remedies for hiccups exist. Reported methods include eating chocolate chips, drinking pickle juice, drinking through a paper napkin, performing ear-pulling pressing maneuvers, eating green olives, eating peanuts, swallowing dry sugar, sucking lemon, and taking vinegar. Vinegar is suggested as the active component in pickle juice and green olives. Pickle juice is high in sodium and should be avoided by those with high blood pressure or heart failure. Getting a good night's sleep is vital for overall health, yet insomnia is a common struggle. Insomnia, basic sleep hygiene, like a hot bath or a small high-carb snack before bed, can help. Ruling out medical conditions like sleep apnea with a specialist is important. Prescription sleeping pills can be effective, but carry risks like dependency and side effects. Readers have found success with non-drug remedies. Acupressure on the inner wrist, specifically a point called the inner gate, ne quan, is reported to relieve anxiety and promote sleep. This can be done by taping a dried bean to the spot or using acupressure wristbands designed for motion sickness, like C-bands or Cy-bands. One reader even reported that using a C-band wrist strap reduced their snoring. Some readers also feel that taking magnesium tablets or drinking a magnesium citrate tea before bed helps them fall asleep and enjoy deeper sleep. However, the authors found no scientific support for magnesium easing insomnia and caution that too much can cause diarrhea and should be avoided by people with kidney problems. Certain herbal teas are traditionally used for relaxation and sleep, including chamomile, lemon balm, hops, valerian, and passion flower. A specific tea blend, Tazo Calm, was reported by one reader to induce comfortable napping. Key takeaways. Insomnia is common and affects overall health. Medical evaluation may be needed. Acupressure on the inner wrist, for example, using wristbands, is reported helpful for sleep and may reduce snoring. Magnesium is reported by some readers to help with sleep, but scientific evidence is lacking, and caution is needed. Certain herbal teas like chamomile and lemon balm are traditionally used for relaxation and sleep. Travel, medical procedures, or even pregnancy can trigger nausea. Nausea and motion sickness. For nausea, particularly during pregnancy, often misnamed morning sickness or motion sickness, acupressure wristbands are a popular drug-free solution. Brands like C-bands or Cy-bands apply pressure to the naquan point on the inner wrist. An electronic device called Primabella is also available, which delivers mild electrical pulses to this point for nausea related to pregnancy, chemotherapy, or surgery, and without prescription for motion sickness. Stimulation of this point has some research support for treating postoperative nausea. Ginger is another well-known and effective remedy for nausea. Ginger tea is popular, and studies have shown that ginger pills can alleviate morning sickness and significantly reduce nausea associated with chemotherapy. Key takeaways. Acupressure wristbands are a reported drug-free remedy for various types of nausea. Pregnancy, motion, postoperative. Stimulation of the P6 acupressure point has some research backing for postoperative nausea. Ginger, tea, or pills is an effective remedy for nausea, including morning sickness, motion sickness, and chemotherapy-induced nausea. Even something as sudden and sometimes alarming as a nosebleed can potentially be addressed with a simple trick. Nosebleed. Readers report success in stopping nosebleeds by applying something cold, like a bunch of keys or a cold butter knife, against the back of the neck. One reader, a medic, suggested this works due to the mammalian dive reflex. This reflex causes blood vessels to constrict when cold hits nerves in the neck, shunting blood away from the skin, which could help slow blood flow from the nose. Key takeaways. Applying a cold object, keys, butter knife, to the back of the neck is reported to help stop nosebleeds. The mechanism is possibly related to the mammalian dive reflex, causing blood vessel constriction. Skin tags are benign growths that some people prefer to remove. Skin tags. Rather than paying for medical removal, some readers have tried home remedies. Applying liquid bandage, like new skin, 1 or 2 times daily, is reported to cause skin tags to shrivel and fall off, sometimes taking a week or 2. Using a wart remedy like Compound W is also reported to work. A more direct approach requires some fortitude. Tying a piece of thread tightly around the base of the skin tag to cut off its blood supply, causing it to turn black and fall off in a few days. This method is compared to bobbing a lamb's tail and is reported effective by nurses and others. Key takeaways. Skin tags are benign growths. Medical removal is an option, Applying liquid bandage, new skin, is reported to make skin tags shrivel and fall off over time. Using a wart remedy like Compound W is also reported effective. Tying thread tightly around the base of a skin tag cuts off blood supply, causing it to fall off in days, requires some tolerance for discomfort. Even common issues like warts can be tackled with a variety of approaches. Warts. Warts are susceptible to many home remedies. Readers have reported success with duct tape, fresh lemon juice, iodine, and castor oil. Applying Listerine is also reported. Similar to skin tags, using Compound W, a wart remedy, is suggested. For plantar warts, applying turmeric is reported effective, possibly due to its antiviral properties. One powerful story involved a young woman with over 50 warts on her legs, who tried numerous medical treatments without success, but saw them all disappear after wiping them with vinegar twice a day. Key takeaways. Warts can be treated with various home remedies. Reported remedies include duct tape, lemon juice, iodine, castor oil, Listerine, and Compound W. Turmeric is reported effective for plantar warts. Vinegar is reported highly effective for warts, completely clearing them for one reader. Finally, a fascinating historical remedy for wound care. Wound care. For slow-healing wounds and bed sores, an old-fashioned remedy reported by nurses and even a veterinarian is using sugar. Creating a thick paste of antibiotic ointment and sugar, or a paste of milk of magnesia and sugar, and packing the wound with it is reported to work. Using sugar granules on a saline wet to dry bandage is also reported to help wounds heal faster. The sugar is thought to help pull bacteria from the wound and feed the tissue to promote healing. Research in Africa also suggests honey and sugar may be helpful. Medical supervision is essential for treating difficult wounds. Key takeaways. Sugar is an old-fashioned remedy for slow-healing wounds and bed sores. Methods include sugar paste with antibiotic ointment, or milk of magnesia, or sugar granules on a bandage. Sugar is thought to help by drawing out bacteria and feeding tissue. Honey may also be helpful for wound healing. Medical supervision is essential for treating difficult wounds. Eating for health. Beyond treating specific ailments, the food we eat daily has a major impact on our health and can help prevent many chronic conditions. The second part of the book delves into eating for overall well-being, highlighting 3 research-backed dietary approaches. The DASH diet, developed to lower blood pressure. The DASH, dietary approaches to stop hypertension. Diet emphasizes fruits and vegetables, 4 servings each daily, nuts or beans regularly, low-fat dairy, and lean animal protein. It encourages whole grains, and limiting salt, sugar, and refined carbohydrates. Adding seasonings like curry, garlic, and ginger enhances flavor without adding salt. The Mediterranean diet. Backed by extensive research, the Mediterranean diet is linked to reduced risk of heart disease, cancer, metabolic syndrome, depression, Alzheimer's, and premature death. It focuses on lots of vegetables, fruits, nuts, and legumes, using olive oil as the primary fat source, moderate alcohol consumption, and low consumption of meat and dairy. Fish is preferred over other animal protein, and whole grains are encouraged. The low-carb diet. While controversial, the low-carb approach has consistent study data showing benefits for weight loss, lowering blood pressure and triglycerides, raising HDL cholesterol, and improving blood sugar control. The core principle is avoiding sugar, starches, and refined carbohydrates, particularly white foods like white bread and white rice. Key takeaways. Eating for health is crucial for preventing chronic conditions. The DASH diet focuses on lowering blood pressure through fruits, vegetables, lean protein, and limiting salt or sugar. The Mediterranean diet emphasizes fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, olive oil, fish, and whole grains for broad health benefits, including heart disease and cancer prevention. Low-carb diets aim to improve weight, blood pressure, lipids, and blood sugar by avoiding sugar, starches, and refined carbohydrates. These diets offer different pathways to better health. Choosing one or mixing aspects can be beneficial. Recipes incorporating these principles are available. The People's Pharmacy emphasizes that many of these remedies and foods have been shared and passed down through generations, holding a form of wisdom that shouldn't be forgotten. Rediscovering these simple, often inexpensive, and sometimes surprising approaches can be incredibly empowering when facing common health issues. In a world that often pushes complex solutions, perhaps the greatest power lies in rediscovering the wisdom of our kitchens and pantries, guided by tradition, reader experiences, and emerging science. Narrator. We hope this journey through some quick and handy home remedies has been insightful. If you found this information helpful, please like this audio. Subscribe to our channel to discover more traditional wisdom and natural approaches to health, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts or your own favorite home remedies.